Most of the work that I showcase on Instagram and on YouTube has to do with my cinematography and filmmaking work, but the way that I actually make my living on a day-to-day basis is by being a video editor and a motion graphics artist. I've been doing it for a long time, and in this video I want to share with you my keyboard shortcuts for a fast editing technique. Let's check it out. So at the foundation of what makes a fast editing technique, in my opinion, is that your left hand always stays on the left side of the keyboard and your right hand always stays on the mouse. And that's to prevent you from having to lift your hands up and move them into a different part of the keyboard. And the first thing that I realized over the years was that I was wasting energy and time moving my left hand from this side of the keyboard to get to things like the zoom or zoom to sequence over here. So I remapped zoom in and out as Command 1 and Command 2, just like that. And I can always keep my hand right here where my thumb is on the command button mostly, and I kind of get to zoom in and out just like this. And zoom to sequence as Command tilde or Command squiggly. And that allows you to just keep your hand here, zoom in, zoom out, zoom to sequence really quickly without needing to reach your hand across the keyboard. The other thing that I noticed that was wasting a lot of time was that in order to delete a clip from my timeline, I would need to use the delete key or use the forward delete, which is for like ripple delete. I don't have that mapped at this moment anymore, but I remapped the delete clip from this side of the keyboard to this side of the keyboard in order to keep my hand over here. And my commands for that are Ctrl Command X for delete clip, or I'm doing Shift Command X for ripple delete, and of course that moves everything down and allows you to shift your timeline in that way. So with these combinations of commands, it allows you to zoom in and out, zoom to timeline, do things like deleting clips, moving clips, all very quickly without needing to pick your hands up and move them to the opposite side of the keyboard. And of course your thumb is right here for the spacebar. You can just hit play just like that very easily. If you need to do a slip edit, your hand right over here, you can reach up to the Y key pretty easily just by clicking Y and doing a slip edit back and forth like that. Or even when you're doing like a copy and paste command, your hand is on the left side of the keyboard. You can paste just like that very easily. As well as the blade tools in Premiere, it's C or V as for selection. You can get those really quickly without picking your hand up much at all. Another command which I use a lot would be scale to frame size, which I remapped to Option Command F. So you just hold your thumb down like that and hit F, and it would scale up the picture just like that. Another one is reveal in project. I remapped that one to Shift Command R, and that will reveal in project from your timeline, and all the while keeping your left hand on this side of the keyboard without lifting it up. And then last but not least is something that I use a lot, which is duplicate. Shift Command D for duplicate. And that again allows you to map something to the left side of the keyboard, make it fast, make it efficient, and make it worth your time. Now I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, Ryan, well, what about when I select media from my bin and I'm dragging it into my timeline? How do I do that with the left side of the keyboard? Well, that's the only time that I realize it's not necessary to be on the left side of the keyboard. And that's because you will often choose your clips in succession, and so you'll keep your hand in the center over here near the in and out and spacebar, just like that. You choose your clips, you'll drag it out, you'll pick another one, you'll choose your in point, your out point, drag that out, and you'll continue to do the same thing for several clips in a row. Meanwhile, your hand will continue to be on this side of the keyboard. And then when you go back to do your editing like this, you can drag your hand over here and do more intricate work like this after you've selected your clips. So it's not often that you need to have your hand somewhere else aside from the center when you're selecting media. Hopefully these shortcuts can help you make your editing sessions faster and more efficient. For a full list of the shortcuts I've mentioned in this video, check out the description below, and until next time, thanks for watching.